Alright guys, John's Motor Garage, here we are. We're rolling up to one of the local dealerships here in the valley. One of their guys actually reached out to me saying that they could offer me what I'm asking for this CBR1000. I called and talked to him on the phone just to make sure he wasn't just feeding me a load of bull, and he seems to actually have an idea of what he's talking about. Obviously it's all going to come down to the inspection. Buenos dias, ¿qué pasó amigos? As always, welcome back to the channel, John's Motor Garage. Thank you for tuning in. I'm not sure exactly how this video is going to pan out, but basically we've got this beauty here, 2016 CBR1000RR. If you haven't already, check out the video where I went and bought this bike on Craigslist. Had a blast mobbing this thing around. Anyway, I decided to post it ago, and I've had tons of people hit me up. Of course, your typical, low offers, all that stuff. But I did have a guy from a dealership contact me, and he was communicating via text, but he basically said, bring the bike down. If it checks out, I can give you what you're asking for it. Now, usually from my experience, that rarely pans out. I'm gonna call him right now, ask a few questions just to try to get an idea of the likelihood of actually getting anywhere close to my asking price, because I don't want to be wasting my time. And depending how it sounds, we may end up taking the bike to the dealership, if nothing else, to see what they offer on the motorcycle. Kind of like when all those dudes were taking cars to CarMax back in the day.
Hello?
Hey, good morning. Is this Nick?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Nick. This is John. You had messaged.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. You had messaged me a couple days back about a CBR 1000 that I'm selling.
Yes, sir.
Are you at the dealership today?
Yes, sir.
So I wanted to ask a few questions before taking the bike down to have you guys check it out. So you said if everything checks out, you think realistically you guys can offer what I'm asking for it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not one to waste anyone's time, and I'm not just going to ask you to come down here and then, if we're too far off, I wouldn't, just by thinking about it.
My thing is I don't want to go down there and, say spend an hour sitting around to just have you guys say, yeah, we can offer you $6,500 for it. The question then is, if everything checks out, then you're saying realistically you could give me...
We'll get you exactly what you're asking for. And even still, I may even if we do have to replace the front tire, I still maybe be able to get you right where you want to be at.
All right, so after talking to the dude on the phone, it sounds like he actually has an idea of the whole process. I'm just curious to see, is it possible? Can I buy a bike and sell it to a dealership and make money? If we do, I'll let you know what I ended up paying for the bike too, but stay tuned. Let's just see what happens. If you haven't already, check out the video where I went and picked up this motorcycle. Such a blast. I think it's unlikely that this deal will actually go down, but we shall see. We shall see. Let's say the likelihood of me walking out of here with a check and walking away from this old chap is probably 10%. What's up, brother?
How are you?
Pretty good. I'm waiting for him to check out the bike, so I'm checking out their inventory. I think it'd be dope to have one of these ventures at some point. Brent, this one's for you here. Yamaha VMAX. What's the asking price on this? Alright, you guys, so right off the bat, they came out to me. Basically, I told them I need $78.50 for the bike, or very close to it, and right off the bat, they bring a piece of paper saying they can give me $72. I already talked to the dude on the phone ahead of time to make sure that wasn't going to be the case. So, not a good impression right off the bat, but they did the whole back and forth thing with the manager, getting approval, blah, blah, blah. And he says, okay, we can get you. First he came back saying then 75, and then he came back saying 77. I said, look, if we can do 77, that'll be close enough. I'm gonna have their service department check it out, so who knows, we'll see what happens. Are they doing might take an Indian for a spin, see if we can get some cash for it. Is this the service? Yeah, here we are. All right, you guys, my bike's in the service department. We're gonna see if they can come back and offer me what they said they would, and if so, I'll let you know how much I bought the bike for and how much I ended up selling it for. We'll see. But I'm really getting my eye on one of these slingshots here. All right, so the big question everybody's been waiting to know is, did they end up buying the bike, and if so, what was their offer? Now, just a few things. For the record, I'm not anti-dealer. I think there's plenty of good reasons why somebody would decide to go with a dealer over private party. You know, all kinds of good reasons. I'm not going to go over that right now, but I'm not anti-dealer by any means. Just to put this in context, I didn't contact the dealer asking to sell the bike to them. They called me. So when I initially spoke with this person, I basically called to make sure I wasn't going to be wasting my time or his, and I wanted to make sure we were on the same page as far as the value that I needed to get for the bike. So basically, I was looking to get $7,850 for the motorcycle. That's what I had it listed for. Like a 2016 CBR1000RR, has about 8,800 miles on it. Overall, I'd say very good to excellent condition. And I talked to the dude over the phone. I said it's probably gonna need a new front tire, but aside from that, mechanically, I don't know of any known issues. Mileage is low, rear tire has been replaced, so it should be good. I said I need to get 7,850, and so if, assuming it's in good condition, you guys can give me that number, then I'll go down there and let you check it out. So I took the bike down there, and this is what, within the first 5 minutes, they wrote on a piece of paper and gave me this offer. I'll show you the clip. So as you can see, right off the bat, they're offering me $7,200. And I already told the dude over the phone, I have people making me offers. I only had the bike listed for like 3 days, so I'm not gonna take that little. We already went over this. This is why I didn't wanna waste my time coming down here if this was gonna be the case. I said, but thanks for letting me know now before wasting my time having the bike go through servicing while I'm sitting here for an hour. So, you know, basically it was thanks, but no thanks. I'm gonna take off. He's like, okay, hold on, let me go back and talk to my manager. And I just can't stand that game, the back and forth. I understand the psychology behind it, but to me, it's just a waste of time. I was like, look, let's not drag this out. If you can offer me what I'm looking to get, what you know I need for the bike, then I'll have your service department check it out. Otherwise, I'm gonna take off. He's like, okay, hold on. Comes back to me, $7,500. I'm like, dude, you guys are closer, but we're not there. He's like, yeah, but it's gonna need the new front tire and servicing. I was like, yeah, we already talked about that, and a front tire is not $350. Finally, he comes back. He says $7,700. At that point, I was like, okay, you know what? Close enough. Let's do it. So I take the bike back to servicing. At that point, I was still thinking the odds are pretty low that they're actually gonna look at the bike and not come back with some issue or something that it needs. Well, finally, the dude comes back. He's like, hey, man, we got the green light. Bike checks out. $7,700. So, long story short, they actually cut me a check for $7,700, and I couldn't believe it. So the question is, how much did I pay for the motorcycle? Again, I found it used on Craigslist, and when I initially looked at the bike, the guy was asking like $7,800, but he ended up dropping the price, and I got the alert notification that the price was dropped, and he dropped it to $6,630. So at that price point, I was like, dude, I'll buy it. I'll come take it off your hands. So I went and bought it for $6,630. So yeah, that's what I paid, $6,630. Registration cost me about $150 is what I had for tags and registration. And Arizona is a non-tax state with like these private party sales. So basically the net profit was $900. So for me, I was like, dang, I'll take that as a win. I couldn't believe that I was able to buy a bike private party, go to a dealership and make almost $1,000 on it. I was pretty stoked. The only downside was on my way to the dealership riding the bike, I was like, dude, this thing is pretty dang nice. So I was kind of on the fence at that point, but it was too late. Anyway, there you have it, the drama with the CBR1000. We did end up selling it. We were able to make a G on it, and I'll take it. No complaints here whatsoever. And frankly, I know the dude at the dealership had to play the game. That's just how it is. And I get a little irritated with that. I try to, but in the end it worked out, and I'm glad he reached out and that we were able to make something happen. And there you have it, the CBR1000. I was able to make $1,000 on it. I only had it posted for a couple days. I wish I would have gotten more use on the bike, but still, it was a fun motorcycle. I do have a video coming if it's not already posted, kind of a ride review on that bike as well, so check it out. Anyway, guys, as always, thanks for checking out the channel, John's Moto Garage. We'll hit you up on the next one. Adios.